Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Casio Combi Bracelet. We have the Generation 1, Generation 2, and this one here is a Aftermarket. Well, I guess I'll call it Aftermarket, but it's probably better called a fake because it says G-Shock on there. It's not a Casio product or a G-Shock. So anyway, let's just call it Aftermarket. So right off the bat, let's take a look at Gen 1 and Gen 2. They look similar. The clasp looks to be the same. It has this rubber piece here. It is a metal clasp, stamped metal. This little rubber piece to prevent scratching. It does have 4 micro adjusts. See if you can see that there. 4 holes there. So the clasp looks to be the same between these two. Same 4 holes there. Looks to be the same construction. Stamped metal. I dropped it there. But one thing that you notice right away when you pick these up is this is quite a bit heavier. And that is because these center links here are metal on the Generation 1. And Generation 2 was all plastic, so it's very light, very lightweight. It wears well on wrists. You don't even really feel that you're wearing a watch. But this is all plastic here. And this does have spring bars through all the links. Same as the Generation 1. It's all held together by spring bars. It's not too bad to adjust it. Just the links are quite large, so it's a good thing that it has the 4 micro adjust here. Now let's look at the Aftermarket bracelet. I actually bought this from someone else. It was new in the package. I think I paid $20 for it. I tried finding this on AliExpress, and I could not find it. However, I did find something very similar looking on eBay, and it's right now $16 and I think 31 cents, something like that on eBay. I will try to leave a link in the video description if you are interested in buying this after we go over the bracelet here. This only has 3 micro adjusts, so smaller clasp. It is the same, it's stamped metal. Finishing is not quite the same as what's on the other one, but it works. This is all plastic. It feels very lightweight. However, these links are not held in by spring bars. They're held in by friction pins. And I have a link here that I can show you. Actually, let me press this back out. I put it in so I wouldn't lose it. But let's just press this out of here real quick. It's not really held in by that much force, but you can see there's a little kind of a knurled area on the end of this pin, and that just is a friction fit into the resin here. You kind of see a little arrow on there. You can just barely see it, but I think I need to push it back in this way. So it's not a split pin or anything like that. And I just pressed it all the way in there with my fingernail, so it's not that much force. I don't know if I would trust this, but it should be okay. I mean, I wouldn't use it on an expensive G-Shock, but these here, I think this was $90 or $100 when I bought it. I have not looked at the prices recently. This is the 5610, and this is actually the watch that came with this bracelet. And then this one here I bought used, and it came on this Combi bracelet. So as far as finding these Combi bracelets, you can either buy the new models that come with the bracelet. I believe they're all Generation 2 now. or you could go on eBay and just search for G-Shock Combi Bracelet or Casio Combi Bracelet, and you can find some for sale there from time to time. It's usually around $100 or so. As far as Generation 1 or Generation 2, I don't know if I have a preference either way to which one I would pick. I've got this one upside down. This one is heavier. I'll weigh both of these watches in a moment. But as far as comfort, they both feel about the same. This one is more narrow. Actually, let's get the calipers out and measure that real quick. So this tapers down to, it's like 18 millimeter. And this one is 18 millimeter as well. I thought it was more narrow. Maybe it's just a optical illusion. Looks like it was thinner. Maybe it's due to the size of that center link. This would be about 10.7. Not on camera, sorry about that. 10.8. Let's see, 19. 18. Okay, so that must be what it is. 18 there. 18. 18. So this thing tapers down. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the clasp appears to be the same. So this piece here also is the same. This is metal. So I misspoke when I said it was all resin. This piece here that connects into the clasp is actually metal as well. I can feel that this is colder than the resin, so that tells me it's metal. So let's weigh these. My scale here. And actually what we'll do first is, these are the links from the Gen 1 Combi Bracelet. These pieces here again are metal. These center links are metal. And then the rest of it's resin. Of course, the spring bars are metal. So that's, let's reset this. Those two links are 7 grams. And then what we have here, this is the AliExpress, eBay, Aftermarket links. Again, the same 2 links here. And that's 2 grams, so less than half the weight. Actually, a third of the weight, right? 2 versus 7, that's 1/3 of the weight. So let's weigh the Gen 1 with the watch head attached. So 89 grams. And then this is the Gen 2. Looking at 76 grams. And then the Aftermarket bracelet feels even lighter. Let's see if it is. 57. Wow, okay. 57 versus 76. That's pretty amazing. I would say that must be mainly due to this piece right here. That's the main difference. So this is resin, and that's metal. So other than the friction bars, sizing it really wasn't that big of a deal. I just didn't know what I was doing at first. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's not that bad to size this. Getting it on the watch head, however, was kind of a pain. It actually took 10-20 minutes. I lost track of time trying to put these bars in here. It was not easy to get it fitting in here. So this side is solid, but I think this side here wobbles a little bit. Yeah, you can see. So I don't think I actually got that spring bar on there all the way. I had to keep digging in here with my spring bar tool, trying to wedge this bar over. Let's see, probably can't see that. So I was trying to wedge this bar over into the holes in the case, and actually gouged up one of these. Let's see if I can show you that. So I kind of gouged up the case a little bit right here, right there. And this is the side that fits a little more snugly. So, is it worth $16? Yeah, probably. If you were to put this on a 5600E, or maybe even this one, but a more expensive G-Shock, I don't know if I would put this on it. This is a wrapper that it came in. I don't see any part numbers really. Maybe if you know Mandarin, Chinese, you could figure out maybe one of these is a part number or something. I don't know. So, if you had a more expensive G-Shock, something like this, I would probably go with the actual Combi bracelet, not necessarily this one here. But it might not match with this anyway, since this is kind of a greenish color. But I don't know, do you have any other G-Shocks around here somewhere? Oh, here we go. This one here, for example. I actually have another one coming in. I have the I forgot the model number, but it's the original one with the metal case, and it has like the brick pattern to it. So anyway, got off track there. Let's get these on wrist so you can see them on wrist. Just thinking of any other issues I had with this. I mean, you are lacking one micro adjust. You don't have the rubber bumper. This is kind of counterfeit because it says G-Shock on here. I really wish they didn't put that on there. I mean, I don't need to see G-Shock. Just give me the bracelet for $16. Well, I paid more for that, but I paid more for it than that, but whatever. Anyway, I am rambling, so let's get this on wrist. I have a 6.5-inch wrist, 52 millimeter wristband, but I can't go back to the resin straps ever again. It's just you guys need to try a Combi bracelet if you haven't. It will change your G-Shock world. These, you may not realize how uncomfortable these resin straps are compared to this Combi bracelet, but once you get a Combi and put it on, it's a game changer. So anyway, this is the Aftermarket $16 eBay one. I'm assuming it's the same one as the one that's on eBay. Like I said, I couldn't find this on AliExpress, and that's where he said he got it from. So, I don't know if you can see the texture of this. It's got these links are textured, these are smooth. Generation 2 is not like that. It's all smooth, and it has the little dimple here to replicate the dimples up here. And also the dimples on the actual strap, whatever you want to call those recesses there. So let's get Generation 2 on wrist. I guess I'm going in opposite order of the introduction. So this was my first experience with the Combi bracelet. This is very comfortable. You really don't even realize you have this on your wrist. All right, let's go back to the Generation 1 Combi bracelet. Actually, when I bought this watch, I didn't realize. I kind of knew there was different Combi bracelets, but I guess I forgot about it. And when it came in, then I kind of realized that this was not the original Combi bracelet. But like I said, they're both equally as comfortable. This one is a little heavier. So if you want your watch to weigh a little bit more, don't go for the Gen 1 if you can find them. If not, the Generation 2 is just fine. So this is slightly narrower by 1 millimeter. Has a nice taper to it. It's very comfortable as well. This one is a little bit tighter on my wrist, but I have the same amount of links in both of them. But it's still not, it's not super tight. Well, we'll see when the weather warms up how it fits. So, but I will probably take this Combi bracelet off and put it onto my 5610. This one here, I don't know, maybe I'll give it away or sell it. I'm not really sure. But I'm just going to have 2 G-Shocks on Combi bracelet. I think I'll be leaving this one as is. I'd originally planned to harvest this Combi to put it onto the 5610 and then sell this watch head and bezel, but I'm kind of partial to the negative and positive display. I think I'll keep them both in my collection. So I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this video here. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. As always, thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. If you have not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.